Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on a sunny afternoon on Goodman campus at Lehigh University in beautiful Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. But we are not outside today. We are inside, and we are inside Stable Arena for this heavyweight matchup this heavyweight Patriot match between the Lehigh Mounthawks and the Boston University Terriers. And for both teams today, there is a lot at stake here, in which the Terriers are the number 4 seed and Lehigh number 5. Boston 5-4, and Lehigh 4 and 5 in Patriot League play, and today we'll decide the tiebreaker for now, and the winner of this game will either stay in the 4th seed or move up to the 4th seed, and the difference between 5 and 4, another home game in the Patriot League playoffs. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alec Eskin, and you'll be hearing my lovely voice for the next 2 or 3 hours, give or take, and I am really excited for today's game. It is the first game I will be commentating on since the winter break, and it's been about over a month since I've actually commentated on a basketball game. So again, very excited to get back into a groove and get back to doing what I love doing, which is broadcasting sports. On the Lehigh side, we have a lot at stake here today, aside from what I just mentioned. So, in today's game, the Mounthawks again are looking to move up to the number 4 seed and win another Patriot League matchup. And this team has been up and down this year. And I'll give you an example. Just 2 games ago, they beat the Holy Cross Crusaders, who were undefeated up until that point, and then lost the very next game against Navy, they're definitely not a bad team, but they're not nearly as good as the Crusaders, and that's due to Lehigh's inconsistent 3-point shooting, which they exclusively rely on. Sometimes when things are going good, they're going really good. When things are going bad, well, it's colder than the Antarctic. And now for today's game, we'll be doing a lot. We got a lot in store for you. And as Clutch shakes my hands, we'll be getting underway shortly. We are just 2 minutes 30 seconds away from introductions and the starting lineups for both teams. And again, it's a really cool introduction that they've done here this year at Stable Arena for the Mounthawks, and it's again really cool. Really excited again for today's game. Now, and also one thing for the Mounthawks is one thing that's going really well for them, or specifically a player who's doing really well for them, has been Maddie Albrecht. Maddie Albrecht just got Patriot League Player of the Week, and she has been on fire as of late, scoring a career high 27 points against Colgate, and also scoring 18 points, getting 7 rebounds, and getting 5 assists, and blocking 3 shots in a loss against Navy. And she was named Patriot Player of the Week for the first time in her career on January 29th, and she has been someone who has stepped up for the Mounthawks in the past week or so, and we are getting some unexpected production some unexpected offensive production from her. But that's not all for them. Lily Fandroy, who I would argue is probably the most underrated player on the Mounthawks team, is currently averaging 36.9 from beyond the arc, as well as averaging 12 points per game and 5.7 rebounds per game. And she's been the stretch where the Mounthawks have been looking for years. And her production this year has paid off, and she's only a sophomore, so she's got 2 years left here at Lehigh, and then also you have Ella Stemmer too, who's really stepped up after Mackenzie Kramer transferred to Minnesota, and she's been averaging 13.8 points per game, which leads the Mounthawks overall, and she is shooting 34.7% from the arc, and she's become a ball creator, and she's really been a huge asset to this Mounthawk team this year. Now we are just 30 seconds away from conducting the national anthem and introducing the starting lineup as both teams line up facing the American flag. And look at the crowd getting fired up, and everyone's again really good atmosphere today as well at Stable Arena. Really, fans look really excited, and a lot of Mounthawk fans came out today in support. The student section is actually pretty full. Very impressive considering it's a Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and people are spending their time at this game. So again, this is a testament to the Mounthawk student body and how much they support their sports teams here. Now here Here is your national anthem and your introductions. Enjoy.
As we honor the United States of America, its freedoms and those who protect them with the playing of our national anthem.
And there is your national anthem. Now here are your starting lineups. Enjoy.
And now for today's starting lineups. First for Boston. At guard, a 5'8" senior from Boca Raton, Florida, number 3, Kelsey Mingo. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Brockton, Massachusetts, number 10, Alex Gianaros. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from Cary, North Carolina, number 21, Audrey Erickson. At forward, a 6'2" sophomore from St. Petersburg, Russia, number 31, Anastasia Semenova. And at guard, a 5'8" senior from Basking Ridge, New Jersey, number 40, Sophie Benavente. The Terriers are coached by Melissa Graves, assisted by Brianna Finch, Courtney Williams, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are your starting lineups, and we are almost about ready to go. Again, great introduction, really exciting, and one thing I will mention, I forgot to mention the Boston side of things. So Boston, they have a very strong lineup as well, and that's consisting of number 11, Kaylin Weimar, number 40, Sophie Beneventine, number 21, Audrey Erickson, number 5, Aobi Gormley, and number 10, Alex Gianaros. And Weimar is the star of this lineup. She won Patriot League Preseason Player of the Year. Patriot League Preseason Player of the Year, Patriot League Defensive Player of the Year, Preseason Defensive Player of the Year, and and last year she was Patriot League Defensive Player of the Year as well. And again, just going on the line, it's a lot of really good stuff there, and as well as Audrey Erickson, who won Patriot League Rookie of the Week just last week. So both those players will be something that the Mounts have to watch out for. And now we are just underway as the tip is off, and who's going to win? It's going to be Boston. Yeah, Boston. Fandra tips out of bounds, and we are underway here at Stabler Arena. Erickson will inbound it to Beneventine. Beneventine, looking at the top of the key, gives it to Erickson. Erickson pump fakes in the corner now to Mingo. Gianaros drives inside, stops, bumps, layup no good, rebounded by Beneventine, and it's gonna be a jump ball. It's gonna go to the Mount Hawks. So it looks like a small change here from my lineup card. It's gonna be Mingo instead of Gormley, as Fandre will take it up across the key, across the timeline. Stemmer gives to O'Brien at the top of the key. Looking inside, kicks out to McQuillan. McQuillan takes a three. It is up, and it is good! Kai McQuillan with the long three, and the Mounts take a 3-0 lead. Beneventine now will take it up. Gives it to Mingo back. Beneventine in the corner, has it back. Looking, kicks it out. Gianaros with the ball, gets it to Beneventine in the corner, and almost steps out of bounds. Gives it to Semenova. She drives inside on O'Brien, misses it, and Albrecht gets the rebounds. Albrecht takes it across the timeline. Gives it to McQuillan. McQuillan looks inside, gets to O'Brien. O'Brien, step back. Mid-range jumper, good! And the Mounts off to a quick 5-0 lead. And Beneventine will take it up across the timeline. Gives it to Gianaros. Beneventine has it back now. Beneventine looking inside. Gets the corner to Gianaros. Screen by Senova. Mingo with it. Pump fake. She drives inside. Euro step up and no good. And who's going to be out? It's going to be out on Lehigh, and it'll stay with Boston. She tried the Euro step there, and it looked like that O'Brien came at the last second and threw off her timing. And some good defense there from the Mount Hawks. But Beneventine kicks out to Gianaros. She pumps. She takes a wide open three off back iron, rebounded by. Fandre will get it, and she'll get fouled by Mingo. Getting a little too aggressive there, and there's the first foul called on the day for either team, and that'll be her first. And that'll be the Terriers' first foul as well. McQuillan with it now. Gets to Fandre. Albrecht. O'Brien gets to O'Brien at the top of the key. Looking inside. Gets to McQuillan. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien she'll drive inside. Goes to layup. Is up, and it is no good, but Albrecht gets the rebounds. Albrecht gets to McQuillan. McQuillan. Fandre. Looking inside. Drives. She'll get fouled, and it'll be on the floor. She did get the bucket, but the foul occurred before the shot, so she'll get under the basket, and that'll be the Terriers' second team foul, and that'll be on Kelsey Mingo. That'll be her first. That'll be her second foul already, and it looks like she's gonna. Oh wait, actually, who's it on? Let's see. Looks like there's a little bit of a discrepancy between as to who the foul is actually on. Originally, the foul was on Kelsey Mingo, but then I think that there might have been a change there to Kaylin Weimar. So let's see. Is it still on Mingo? Yeah, it looks like it's going to still be on Mingo. Ball goes to O'Brien. O'Brien takes a wide open three. It is up, and it is off back iron. Rebound by Senova. And she'll get it to Beneventine. Gets to Mingo. Mingo kicks it out to Beneventine. Mingo gets it, takes a three, is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Erickson. And Mingo looks like that she lost her footing, and the ball is thrown out of bounds, and Lehigh gets it back. Fandre will inbound it to McQuillan. Ball go right to Fandre, who will take it up across the timeline. Albrecht with the ball now. Looking inside. Gets to Stemmer. Stemmer back to McQuillan. McQuillan looking, kicks it out in the corner to O'Brien. Back to McQuillan. Fandre top the key. Looking, pump fakes, drives inside, goes to layup, is up, and it is good. Lily Fandre with the first points of the day, and it is 7-0 Lehigh. Beneventine drives inside, kicks it out, and deflected. Mingo gets the ball wide up in the corner, pump takes, and is blocked by Albrecht. What a block by Maddie Albrecht. Looked like Mingo had a wide open layup underneath after pump faking the three, and she thought wrong. And with 6:51 left to go in the first quarter, Lehigh on a 7-0 run. Ball is inbound, it goes to Giannaros. Giannaros looks, kicks it out. Mingo driving inside, goes for the layup, is up and no good, and rebounded by Albrecht. So Boston still looking for their first points of the day. Albrecht on the fast break, drives inside, layup is up and good. And Boston wants a timeout. What a start for the Mountain Hawks here today. 9-0 Lehigh with 6:33 left to go in the first quarter. And man, oh man, you could not have asked for a better start from this Mountain Hawks team. Looks like it'll be yes, it'll be immediate timeout. So Lehigh up 9-0 with 6:33 left to go in the first quarter. I wouldn't want to go anywhere, so stick around and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 9-0 Mountain Hawks in this first quarter play against the Boston Terriers. And so far, Boston has just not been able to buy a bucket. They've had open looks, but just not been able to hit on them. And Mountain Hawks has been the opposite, as Beneventine takes across the timeline for the Terriers. Top the key, kicks it out to Erickson. Erickson looking to drive inside, stolen by McQuillan. And she's on the fast break. And she'll have to kick it out to Stemmer. Stemmer for three is up, and it is no good, and is rebounded by Beneventine. Not exactly what you want out of the timeout, but Boston able to play good defense after on that recovery. Erickson, pump fakes, drives inside, kicks it out, and Sonova for three. She takes it. It is no good. Rebound by Stemmer, and Boston still looking for the first bucket. Stemmer gets it to Fandre. Fandre kicks out to O'Brien. O'Brien pump fakes at three, decides against it. McQuillan on the top of the key. Looking inside is Albrecht now. Gets it back to McQuillan on the top of the key. O'Brien looking inside, gets out to Fandre. Fandre kicks out to Stemmer. Stemmer pump fake. Mid-range jumper up and no good. Rebounded by Beneventine. And that's be out, and Beneventine loses the ball, and it's going to stay with Lehigh. I couldn't tell whether it was tipped or whether she has lost it, but evidently that is out on Boston. And Fandre will get the top of the key. Looks inside O'Brien. O'Brien mid-range jumper up, and it is good. Rattles in. 11-0 Lehigh now. Now Gormley will check in. She takes it now for the Terriers. Again, looking, gets it to Giannaros. Giannaros for three. That is up, and that is good. Boston finally gets on the board with 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. 11-3 now. McQuillan gets it to Fandre. Fandre looking inside to Albert. Up and under, and it is blocked by Giannaros. And she's taking it up for the Terriers, trying to push it a little bit on the fast break. She'll drive inside, kicks it out. Pump fake. Gormley in the corner now for Giannaros, and she'll throw it across the court and is out of bounds, and it'll go back to Lehigh. Not a great decision by Giannaros. A football pass across the court, and it backfires. And now Sisselman will check in for the Mountain Hawks, and she will check in for Albrecht. McQuillan now gives it to Fandre. And Boston pressing a little bit. And Fandre pushing it. Kicks out to McQuillan. McQuillan will take a three, and it is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Sisselman. Sisselman, she will take it out herself, and she'll give it to McQuillan. Fandre, she'll take a three now, and that's good. Lily Fandre now with her first three of the day, and it is 14-3 Mountain Hawks now. Gormley will take it up for the Terriers. Gormley looking, gives it to Giannaros. Screen from Erickson. Giannaros looking to kick it out, and she gives it to. Well, now it's a go to Montenugo, and it's going to be a foul on McQuillan and number 14. Inez Monteagudo, who I messed up pronunciation of the first time. She'll go to the line to shoot two. And these are going to be the first free throw shots for either team today. This is Lehigh's first foul, and that's on again. It's on Colin McQuillan. And her first free throws up, and that's good. Now it'll be 14-4 Mount. It'll be a 14-4 Mountain Hawk lead now. Second free throw, that's up, and that's good too, and nothing but net on both of those. And Kelly Van Epps checks in at the Mountain Hawks now. Fandre with it, and Boston's now deploying a full court press. Ball goes to Sisselman, and she gets it across the timeline, and she gets to Fandre. Van Epps, she'll take a three. That's up, and that is off back iron, and actually Boston loses it, and it's going to go back to Lehigh again, and that's going to be Mingo this time, who just couldn't get a handle on the ball, and that's the second time it's happened today for the Terriers, and the ball will stay with Lehigh. So McQuillan will inbound it for the Mountain Hawks in the corner. Throws a long pass to O'Brien, but gets to her target. Sisselman looking inside, gives it to Fandre at top of the key. Ball goes to McQuillan. McQuillan take the three. That's up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Monteagudo, and she's pushing it up. Ball goes to Gormley. Gormley gets to Mingo. Mingo, she drives inside. I'll kick it out, and ball goes to Gormley again. Gormley looking, she will pump fake, kick it out to Giannaros. Giannaros looking inside, now gets to Sonova. Sonova gets the layup. And now it's a 14-7 Mountain Hawk lead now. Van Epps looking inside, gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien McQuillan. McQuillan gets to Sisselman, almost throws it out of bounds. Sisselman to Van Epps. And again, looking inside, Van Epps will try to drive this side, loses the ball, and who's it going to go to? It's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to go Boston's way. And looks like Whitney Lind now will check in for Megan O'Brien. So very deep Mountain Hawk rotation now, and the only two starters left out there now are Fandre and McQuillan. So Gormley will get the ball, and she'll take it across the timeline. Gormley gets to Giannaros. Giannaros gets a screen from Mingo. Giannaros trying to cross up Sisselman. Unable to do so, and she'll kick it out to Mingo, who will give it to Gormley. Mingo with it now. Giannaros, she'll take a three. That is up, and that is good. And the Terriers have cut the deficit to 4 now. Fandre in the corner now gets to Sisselman. Sisselman, again, looking for someone inside, can't find anyone. We'll get to Fandre. Fandre, Van Epps. Back to McQuillan. McQuillan, pump fake, 6 million chopper. That is up, and that is good. And now in the deficit for the Mountain Hawks. Now they're up 16-10. Gormley will take it up. Looking inside. She'll try and drive inside. That'll be up, and that'll be good. And then, oh, it's gonna be, no, it's on the floor. So Gormley, she'll draw the foul, and that's gonna be on Kaylee Van Epps. And Kai McQuillan, she'll take a seat now for Grayson Lovett. So again, this is almost an all bench lineup that Addie Messier is running now for the Mountain Hawks. Again, it shows that they have really good depth this year. And batting now is Boston, and and they actually lose it. Great defense on the Mountain Hawks, and it goes off of Mingo's hands, and it'll go back. It'll be Mountain Hawk ball once again. Mountain Hawks have caused 4 turnovers so far this quarter. Van Epps will take it across the timeline for the Mountain Hawks, with Gormley heavily guarding her. Ball gets to Sisselman now. Sisselman gives it up to Lind. Lind pump fakes, drives inside, goes to layup, is up, no good, but it's going to go back to Boston, and it's going to be Mia Gudu getting the ball. She's in the corner now. We'll give it to Semyanova. Semyanova looking, gets it to Monte Gudu, who takes a mid-range jumper, and that is good. And she's been lights out so far today. 4 points, and now the Mountain Hawk leads down to 4. Fandre gets to Van Epps. Van Epps inside to Lind, who will get fouled. Gormley with a little bit too hard of a push underneath there, and on Lind, and that'll be Boston's 3rd team foul. And looks like O'Brien and Stemmer will check back in for Lind and Van Epps. So far, Lily Fandre has played through this entire first quarter, and she's not gotten a break. So I imagine that she probably would get a break after this first quarter ends. Ball goes into O'Brien. O'Brien looking, gives it to Stemmer. Stemmer gets to Sisselman. Sisselman back to O'Brien. Lovett now with the ball. Fandre looking, cross up. Sisselman shot is blocked by Mingo, and she has no one in front of her, and she will get the easy layup. And now is a 2-point lead for the Mountain Hawks after taking an 11-0 lead to start off. Fandre now, and ball almost stolen. Sisselman has it, gets back to Fandre. Fandre take a 3. That is up, and that is no good. I don't think they even hit the rim. So Boston, they'll get the last shot in the first quarter, and Albrecht now will check back in for Sisselman. So I could say a tale of 2 halves, but it's a tale of 2 quarters. It's a tale of a quarter. It's first half of the first quarter was all Lehigh. In the second half of the first quarter, it's been all Boston, and we're almost back to where we started. So Boston now about 20 seconds left. Gormley will take it across the timeline. She gets to Mingo. Mingo back to Gormley. Now Mountain Hawks going with the zone defense here. Ball goes to Mingo. Mingo looks to drive inside, kicks it out. Gormley looking, throws it to Mingo. Mingo, she'll take a 3 at the buzzer, and that is no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So a bit of ups and downs for both teams, and not much space between them. 16-14 Mountain Hawks, the end of 1. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 16-14 to start the second quarter in this Patriot match between the Lehigh Mounthawks and the Boston University Terriers. And I believe Lehigh will get the ball to start the second quarter because Boston won the last jump ball. So it looks like O'Brien will inbound it, and so far it's been, again, interesting first quarter. Alex Giannaros leads the scoring for Boston, while Lily Fandre leads it for Lehigh. Ball goes inside to Fandre. Fandre, she'll drive. Kicks out to McQuillan. Albrecht in the corner, takes a three, it is up, and it is good! And the Mounthawks start off the second quarter with some thunder from beyond the arc. 19-14 Mounthawks. Mingo now with the ball. Ball goes to Giannaros. Giannaros pump fakes, drives inside, kicks it out. But Biaventine, Cianova, Mingo now. Back out to Erickson. Giannaros drives inside, kicks it out again to Cianova. She'll take a three, and it is short and rebounded by Fandre. And she'll take it across the timeline for the Mounthawks. Fandre gives it to Albrecht. Albrecht kicks out to McQuillan. Oh, and miscommunication. The ball is thrown away, and it'll go back to Boston. It looked like Fandre thought that she was gonna throw it to her left, but instead McQuillan threw it to her right, and Boston gets the ball back. Beneventine will take it up for the Terriers. Gets to Erickson. Giannaros gets a screen. Looking to drive inside, but can't. Cianova gets it to Beneventine. Beneventine gets to Erickson. And that's going to be a double dribble. Oh, no, it's not a double dribble, and she gets the layup. Thought that was palming there, but no, but referees don't call it. Ball goes inside to O'Brien. Spin around jumper, good! And the Mounthawks get those 2 points back. 21-16 now. Ball goes to Mingo now. Mingo, Beneventine, looking to get Cianova underneath. Has to kick out to Erickson. Erickson gets to Giannaros. She'll take mid-range jumper. That's up, and that is good. And McQuillan now will take it up for the Mounthawks, and it's 21-18 now. Ball goes to Albrecht. Albrecht gets to Fandre. Fandre now gets to O'Brien at the top of the key. Goes underneath to Stemmer. Stemmer turnaround jump layup is up and good, and the and one. And then one there for Ellis Stemmer, and she'll be rewarded with a free throw at the line, and the Mounthawks go up 23-18 now. And that'll be her first points of the day, and again she'll go more at the line. So a nice start offensively here for the Mounthawks in this second quarter. Her free throw's up, and that is good. So now a 24-18 lead for the Mounthawks. Gorman will take it up for the Terriers. Erickson. Gorman takes it inside. She'll go up and under, and she'll get the tough layup over Fandre. And now it's 24-20 now. Ball goes to O'Brien. O'Brien kicks out to Fandre. Fandre drives, kicks it out, and now it'll be a blocking foul on the Terriers. And who's it going to be on? That will be on. It'll be on number 8, Anna Grain. And O'Brien underneath, spinning layup, no good. Rebound by Gormley. Gormley takes it across the timeline. Gormley gives it to Erickson, to Giannaros. Giannaros drives inside, pump fake, and blocked by Albrecht again. And, ooh, it looks like she hurt herself on that, too. And it looks like Lehigh wants to make a sub here. And Albrecht looks like she cannot get up at the moment. Looks like she's taking a breather for a minute. And it looks Lehigh's gonna go back to their bench. Boston looks like they're gonna do the same. And it looked like she twisted her ankle on that play, and now she's getting up under her own power. Good sign she was able to get up so quickly, and unfortunate for the Mounthawks, and she's going to go back into the locker room. It looks like, and it looks like Lovett. Yes, she's gonna be in for Albrecht. Mingo in the corner, alone for 3. That is up and that is good. And Boston now only down by 1. That's her. Those are her first points of the day. McQuillan gets to Fandre, top of the key, inside to Stemmer, layup up and no good, but she is fouled and she'll get 2 shots at the line. And that'll be a foul on Mingo again. That's gonna be her third. I thought. Is it okay? It is her second. Okay. All right. So Stemmer she'll get 2 shots to the line. Her first free throw, that's up and that's good. This season she has been a 83.1% free throw shooter, really good. Second free throw, that's up and that's good. And now the Mount lead increases to 3. Gormley will take it across the timeline for the Terriers. Gets to Grain. Grain looking inside, gets to Gormley. She'll take the layup and it is no good, and that's gonna be off of Lehigh. Scrum for the ball, but it's gonna stay with Boston. Gormley looking to get it in. Can't find one as of yet, but gets it to Monteagudo. Erickson to Gormley, back to get Erickson. Top of the key. Ball goes to Giannaros. Giannaros looking. She'll take Marion jumper. That's up and that is good. And she's been on fire to start off this game. And now Mount Auckland back down to 1. Van Epps gets to O'Brien. Goes to Lovett. Lovett looking inside again. Can't find anyone. O'Brien gets to Van Epps. Looking inside. Goes to Stemmer now. Stemmer goes it back to Van Epps. She'll get to McQuillan. She'll drive inside and is picked by Gormley, but it'll stay with Lehigh. And looks like there'll be a sub here, and it'll be Fandre in for Stemmer. Interesting. And it'll be McQuillan to inbound it. Who's going to go to? It's going to go to Fandre in the corner. Lovett, and she's not going to get it off. That's going to be a shot clock violation, and Maddox, I don't think, realized how much time there was. And now Boston now with a chance to grab their first lead of the day. Gormley will take it up for the Terriers. Grain looking inside, gets it to Giannaros. Giannaros takes a 3. That's up, and that's no good. And rebounded by Fandre. Her first miss in a while. Fandre, she'll take it across the timeline. Goes inside to O'Brien. O'Brien spin, layup up, and that is good. Mount lead back to 3. 20-25 now. Gormley takes it up now. And miscommunication, she drives inside for the layup. That is up and that is good. And now lead back down to 1. We're on the seesaw. McQuillan looks to drive inside. Kicks out to Lovett. Lovett gets to O'Brien. Fandre with it now. McQuillan. Pump fakes. Gets to Fandre. Fandre take a 3. That is up and that is no good. And it'll be rebounded by Erickson. And now Boston again with a chance to take the lead. Gormley now gets it to Monteagudo, and Gormley with it now. Gets to Grain. Grain gets to Giannaros. Giannaros corner gets it to Erickson. Erickson pump fakes, drives inside, and that's gonna be an offensive foul on Erickson. She stuck her arm out too much there, and Van Epps able to draw the foul, and looks like now with immediate timeout with the Mount getting the ball back with 4:34 left to go in the second quarter. We got Taiwan here, ladies and gentlemen, Stable Arena. 28-27 Mount Hawks. We'll be right back after the short break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4:34 left to go in the second quarter between the Lehigh Mounthawks and the Boston Terriers. It's been a tight one so far, and it's currently a one-point game between these two teams, with Lehigh having the advantage. And Fandre will inbound it now for the Mounthawks. She'll get to Van Epps, who's got an extended run along with Grayson Lovett in the second quarter. Lovett will take it up. She'll go to Van Epps. Van Epps gets to O'Brien at the top of the key, inside to Fandre. Fandre layup is up, and it is good. Mounthawks up now 30-27. Gormley now at the top of the key. Looking for someone. Looking to get Gianaros again. Gets to Sinova, though, and goes right back to Gormley. Goes to Monteagudo in the corner. She'll drive inside. That layup's up, and that is no good, and it'll be rebounded by Fandre. Fandre, she'll take it up now. Fandre gets to Van Epps. Van Epps gets it to O'Brien. Throws it across the court to Lovett. Gets to Sisselman now. Sisselman, she'll drive inside. That layup is up, and that is no good, and rebounded by Gormley. Gormley takes it up now. Boston on the fast break. Looking inside. Gets to Sinova. Sinova, looking, gets it to Gianaros again. Ooh, and she crosses up Lovett. She'll take mid-range jumper. That's up, and that is good. Whew, man, that was quite the cross up there, and the Mounthawks lead back down to 1. Van Epps inside to O'Brien. O'Brien, spin, kicks to Fandre. Fandre at 3 up. That is up, and that is no good. Rebounded by who's it gonna be rebounded by? It's gonna be rebounded by who's it gonna be out on? It's gonna be on Boston. It'll go back to Lehigh. And Van Epps will inbound it for the Mounthawks. And Van Epps gets it. Ball goes in Fandre. Goes right back to Van Epps. Van Epps will kick it out to Fandre. Gets to Lovett. Lovett. Fandre gets in the corner. She'll take another 3. That's up, and that is no good. Rebound by O'Brien underneath, and she'll get the layup and the putback gold. Mounthawks lead back up to 32-29 with 2:47 left to go. Gormley gets it to Monteagudo, who is fouled underneath by Van Epps, and that'll be the first team foul for the Mounthawks this quarter, and again it'll be on Van Epps. Ball goes into Gormley. Gormley looking underneath, gets it to. Looking for Cianova. Now to Monteagudo, and that ball is going to get to Cianova, but she misses it, and it's going to be a foul on Lehigh. That's going to be, it looks like it's a loose ball foul. That'll be on Lily Fandre. That'll be her first foul of the day, and it'll be Lehigh's second foul of the quarter. McQuillan and Summer will check back in for Sisselman and Van Epps. Erickson gets it to Semyonova. Gianaros in the corner for Gormley. Gormley, mid-range jumper, that's up, and that is good. Gets the roll. Again, now lead back down to 1. McQuillan gets to Fandre. Lovett goes at the top of the key to O'Brien. Lovett now gets it back. Lovett looking for someone inside, can't find anyone. Gets to McQuillan. McQuillan tries to crossover, gets to Stemmer in the corner. Stemmer for 3, that is up, and that is no good, and rebound by Erickson. And again, Boston with another chance to take the lead. Monteagudo gets it. She'll get it to Erickson at the top of the key. She'll pump fakes. She pump fakes, drives, kicks out to Semyonova. Gets to Monteagudo again. She'll drive inside, and it'll get blocked by McQuillan. And she'll get the ball, and the Mounthawks on the fast break now. McQuillan kicks out to Stemmer. Stemmer for 3. That is up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Lovett. Stemmer gets it again. Ball goes to McQuillan. McQuillan gets to O'Brien at the top of the key. O'Brien looking underneath, can't find anyone. Gets to McQuillan. McQuillan, she'll take a 3. That's up, and that is no good, and rebounded by Stemmer. And it looks like Gormley's down now. O'Brien, she will go try to light, and it is up, and no good. Rebounded by Boston. And it looks like Gormley's hobbling a little bit. Gianaros with it again. Boston with a chance to take the lead. Screened by Semyonova, and that's going to be stolen by Stemmer. Miscommunication there, and Mount with the ball once again. Stemmer gets to Lovett. Lovett looking inside, gets to Stemmer. O'Brien looking inside for Fandre. Fandre gets it. Sharper, that is up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Gormley. And Lehigh will get a 2 for 1 here, but Boston again, another chance to take the lead. Looks like Gormley's not. Looks like she's doing a little better now. Giannaros will hold the ball. About 10 seconds now left on the shot clock. 17 seconds on the game clock. Giannaros looking. She'll get it to Gormley. Gormley looks inside for Erickson and gets the layup, and Boston takes their first lead of the day. McQuillan taking up. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and she will try the layup, and that is up, and that is good! Colleen McQuillan with a buzzer beater, and the Mallows got the lead right back, and will take it into the locker room at halftime. Quite the entertaining second quarter for both teams, with the Mallows up by 1 going into the locker room with a 34-33 lead, and just as we expected in this heavyweight Patriot League matchup. Really exciting game so far, and we got a whole another half of this game. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. I wouldn't want to go anywhere. I don't know if you guys would either. We'll be right back in 15 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the third quarter between the Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the Boston Terriers. And it's a 34-33 game, so quite a back and forth game between these two heavyweights. And just looking at the stats, Lehigh has been taking a lot of three-pointers, not hitting a lot of them. Only shooting 18.8% the first half, 3 of 16 from the three of 16 from beyond, and the only and each of Fandre, Albrecht, and McQuillan made a 3. And speaking of which, Albrecht was back on the sideline. Looked like she had an ice pack wrapped around her ankle. I don't know if she'll return today's game, but if she does, if I find out what's going on with her, I will let you guys know. Boston will inbound to start the third quarter, and I'm sorry. Vet will take it. Benventine will take it up. Giavaros will get it to Beneventine. Mingo now will drive inside. Almost loses the ball, and she'll get fouled. She'll get 2 shots to the line. And that'll be on Ella Stemmer. That'll be her first foul, and that'll be Lehigh's first foul of the third quarter. So Mingo, she'll get 2 shots at the line.
At the line for Boston, number 3, Kelsey Mingo.
Her first free throw, that's up, and that is off back iron. And Mingo, her second free throw, that's up, and that is no good as well. And O'Brien will get the rebound, and Boston not able to get anything out of that trip. O'Brien now at the top of the key, gets to Fandre. Fandre looks to drive inside, and she'll get fouled. And lucky she didn't roll her ankle there, and that'll be on Kelsey Mingo again. That'll be her third foul, and she's potentially in foul trouble now. And McColl inbound it. She'll inbound it to Fandre. Ball goes to Lovett, who starts the third quarter for the Mountain Hawks. Stemmer. Looking, kicks it out to McQuillan, to O'Brien. She takes a 3, misses it, and rebound by Benventine, and Boston with a chance to take the lead. Mingo gets a screen, gets to Erickson. Giovannos with the ball now. Erickson again, pump fakes, looks to drive inside, spins, bump, and she gets the layup and gets the lead back for Boston. 35-34 Terriers, and O'Brien wide open underneath, but an overthrown pass by O'Quill, and that's a turnover for the Mountain Hawks. So the Mountain Hawk defense is broken down a little bit in the second and third quarter, and Boston has been able to take advantage of it. Benventine able to take it up for the Terriers. Erickson with underneath, gets to Giovannos. Giovannos looks to drive inside, and she'll get it to Benaventure. And Erickson gets it to, and looks inside, and stolen by O'Brien. O'Brien taking up, looking to drive inside, unable to do so. Lovett gets it. She kicks out to McQuillan, back to O'Brien. O'Brien to Stemmer at the top of the key. Ball goes to Lovett. Stemmer drives inside, layup is up, and that is good. Lehigh gets the lead back, and they now Lehigh 136-35. Mingo now gets it, goes underneath, kicks it out. Sonova for 3, that's up, and that's good. And Boston now with their largest lead of the day at 2. 38-36 Boston. Inside to O'Brien, and again another overthrown pass by the Mountain Hawks, trying to force it in there. And another turnover, and there's these substitutions. It's going to be Sisselman for Stemmer, and Gormley will sub in for Benventine, who looks like she's hobbling a little bit. And she'll take a seat on the bench, and she'll get some attention from the trainer. And now Gormley will take it up for the Terriers. Erickson at the top of the key. Gets it to Giannaros, sorry. Mingo, Gormley to Erickson. Almost loses it, but able to retain it. And Lehigh doubling her, but able to get out to Gormley. Gormley, she'll drive inside. She tries to lay up, and that is good. And Boston now increases their lead to 4. And McQuillan will now take it for the Mountain Hawks. She gets to Sisselman. System. O'Brien gets it to Fandre. Fandre looking inside, can't find anyone. She'll try and take it herself, and she will get the wide open layup. 40-38 Boston now. Gormley now. Gives it to Mingo, gives it right back to Gormley. Gormley looks to go inside, and that's going to be a foul on Boston, a loose ball foul on Semenova, and that's going to be a Lehigh basketball. And now it looks like Stemmer will sub right back in for Sisselman. Or actually, no, it's going to be for Fandre. Interesting. So a little bit of a small ball lineup for the Mountain Hawks here right now. With their supposed center right now being Megan O'Brien. Ball goes to Stemmer now. She gives it back to Sisselman. Gets across the timeline. McQuillan back to Stemmer. Stemmer takes a three, is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Lovett, though. She'll get it to O'Brien. Back to Sisselman. She'll take a three. That is up, and that is good. Lehigh gets the lead back now. 41-40 Lehigh. Gormley went out to take it up for the Terriers. Gets to Erickson. Back to Mingo. Mingo calling for someone to come over. Gets to Erickson. Back to Gormley. Gormley. Looking to drive inside. Slides against, kicks out to Erickson. Erickson pump fakes a three. Gets to Semenova. Semenova gets it to Giannaros. Giannaros. Crossover. Step back. Mid-range jumper. Good. Boston gets the lead right back, and she's been on fire today for the Terriers. She leads the team now with 14. O'Brien now takes it across the key. Across the key. O'Brien. McQuillan kicks it out. Stemmer. Three. Up and good. Lehigh up now 44-42 as they find some thunder from beyond the arc. Gormley now gets a screen from Erickson. Gets to Semenova. Back to Mingo. Mingo gets to Erickson. Back to Giannaros. Semenova at the top of the key. Gormley looking. Erickson. Mingo in the corner. Pump fake. Drives inside. Looking for the layup. Is up, and it is good. Boston ties it up all at 44. McQuillan gets it now. McQuillan gets it to System at the top of the key. Look inside to O'Brien, but she is fouled. Lucky there, and that could be another turnover. That's going to be on number 21, Audrey Erickson, and that'll be her second foul, and the team's third overall in the quarter. And now it looks like for the first time today, it'll be Jessie Ozotto checking in for the Mountain Hawks, in for Kai McQuillan. Fandre, she'll check back in as well. Ball goes to O'Brien. Gets to Fandre. Fandre looking inside to Sisselman. Sisselman up and under. She gets fouled underneath, but there'll be no shot, and that foul will be on Monteagudo. Now it'll be Boston's fourth foul of the quarter already, with 5:03 left to go. Sisselman inbounded for the Mountain Hawks now. Sisselman gets to O'Brien at the top of the key. She's looking inside to Fandre. Semenova trying to shut that off, and she does. O'Brien gets it to Ozotto. Ozotto kicks out to Stemmer. Stemmer pump fakes, drives inside for the layup, up and no good. Rebounded by O'Brien though. And who's that? And that's gonna be a walk on O'Brien actually. And yes, now it's immediate timeout. And Boston will get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. And with 4:46 left to go in the third quarter, we got Taiwan here at Stabler Arena. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 44 all between the Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the Boston Terriers. Third quarter, 4:46 left to go. Boston will inbound the pass after a travel by Megan O'Brien. It's been interesting interesting third quarter so far. Again, as you can see, really not a lot of difference in the second quarter. No, neither team has been able to seize momentum, and right now there has not been any. And right now, after that Lehigh 11-point lead, no one's been able to get out to it. No one's been able to get anyone arm's length. Gormley with the ball gets to Mingo. Mingo, she'll take a wide open three. That's up, and that is good. Now the Terriers up by 3. And now Stemmer gets the ball. She gets back to Ozotto. Fandre, Stemmer, top of the key looking for Fandre. Underneath Ozotto. Goes for Lepa. Is up, and it is good. 47-46 Boston now. Gormley will take it up for the Terriers. Looking inside, she'll get it to Mingo. Mingo gets it to Monteagudo. Now Giannaros gets it. Giannaros gets to Mingo, top of the key. Mingo has the crossover on Sisselman, kicks it out. Gormley drives inside, kicks it out to wide open Mingo in the corner for 3. That is up, and that is good as well. Mount defense breaking down there those last 2 possessions, and Boston now up by 4. Fandre gets to O'Brien. O'Brien looking inside for Sisselman. Sisselman gets a wide open layup underneath and will cut the deficit to 2. So both teams now finding some offense after the timeout. Boston in particular from beyond the arc, which is deadly. And now Boston will get it back, and Gormley takes up, gives it to Mingo. Mingo looking, gets it to Monteagudo, who goes underneath, kicks it out. Giannaro's pump fakes, drives inside, kicks out to Monteagudo for 3. That's up, and that is good as well. Another 3 for Boston, and now their lead is up to 5. Inside of Fandre, and a timeout now by Addie Messier. She cannot be happy with that with the lack of defense on those last 2 possessions, and that will be looks like it'll be another immediate timeout. So 2:56 left to go in the third quarter. Boston now has hit threes on their last 3 possessions. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 53-48 Boston after barrage of 3s from beyond the arc. And Addie Messier used her first time out to correct to make some defensive adjustments there after again a defensive breakdown from the Mountain Hawks. And looks like she's not making any substitutions. And Lovett will inbound it for the Mountain Hawks. So Lovett inbounds it, or looking to inbound it at least, looking for someone, and finally gets to Sisselman, who makes an acrobatic catch. Now Fandre at the top of the key, gets to Stemmer, and that'll be a foul on Boston, and that's gonna be 2 shots line. That's gonna be on Kelsey Mingo, and that'll be her 4th foul, and one more foul, and she will foul out. And it looks like that Erickson's a check back in for her. No, actually, it's going to be for Giannaros. No, is it? Well, who's checking out? It's going to be, I think it's Mingo. I would think it's Mingo. Sisselman's first free throw, that's up, and that's good. And Again, I don't know who's. I think it's Mingo who's checking out. Yes, it is. Both Giannaros and Mingo went over there. Sisselman's second free throw, that's up, and that is good as well. And now Lehigh cuts deficit to 3. Gormley takes out for the Terriers, and tipped, and it's going to be a foul on Lovett.
Lehigh foul on number 23, Grayson Lovett, her first team second.
And Gormley, she'll inbound it for the Terriers. Gets to Giannaros. Goes right back to Gormley. Ball goes right back to Giannaros. She goes underneath the basket. Kicks out to Gormley. Pump fakes. Kicks it back out to Monteagudo. And that's going to be an offensive foul. It'll be an illegal screen on Semenova. That'll be her second. And Boston's already in the bonus, so it doesn't really matter what team foul it is at this point. McQuillan with it now. Ball goes to Fandre. McQuillan inside, kicks out to Sisselman, almost loses it. She'll drive inside again. She'll kick it out to Fandre, gives to Stemmer. Stemmer for 3. That is up, and that is good! And Lehigh ties it up. 53-53 with 2:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Gormley looks to drive inside, goes to layup, and she is fouled, and she'll get 2 shots to the line. And that'll be on Grayson Lovett. That's her second foul, and Lehigh's 4th. Or my apologies, 3rd foul.
At the line for Boston, number 5, Ava Gormley. Shooting 2.
Gormley's first free throw, that is up, and that is no good, off back iron. And no substitutions during the free throws. Second free throw, that's up, and that is good. So Boston gets the lead back 54-53. McQuillan with the ball now. Boston going full court press. Ball goes to Stemmer. Stemmer. Top of the key now. We'll get it to Sisselman. Sisselman. Looking, gets it to Lovett at the top of the key. Ball goes to Fandre. Fandre takes a 3. That is up, and that is off back iron and over the basket. So Monteagudo got the rebound anyway. So less than a step up for her, but regardless, the ball goes back to Boston. So Gormley will take it up. 1:40 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Gormley. Ball goes to Giannaros in the corner. Gets a screen from Semenova. Giannaros looking, kicks it out to Gormley. Gormley thinks about 3, decides against it. Drives inside, and kicks out to Monteagudo, who takes a long 3 and who doesn't even hit the basket. And it'll be Lehigh basketball as Monteagudo is tying her shoe. Monteagudo is tying her shoe. That rhymes there. But anyways, it'll back to basketball now. I digress. Fandre inbounds it, gets to Stemmer, gives it back to Fandre. Fandre takes it up, gets it across the timeline, gets to McQuillan. McQuillan pump fakes, looks to drive inside. That's going to be a foul on Boston. She'll get 2 shots to the line. That'll be on Monteagudo, and that'll be her second foul.
Boston foul number 14, Ines Monteagudo, her second. Boston substitution, number 4, Sophie Benaventai. At the line for Lehigh, number 31, Colleen McQuillan.
McQuillan's first free throw, that's up and that's good. She has currently been a 86.7% free throw shooter from the line, so very, very good. She has a chance to give the Mount Arch lead back here. That second free throw, that's up and that's good as well. And Lehigh has the lead back, 55-54. Benventine gets the ball, gives it to Giannaros. Giannaros top the key. Looking to drive inside, crossover. Gives it inside to Semyonova. Semyonova kicks it out to a wide open Benaventure, who misses it, but rebound by Semyonova. Monteagudo gets it to Erickson now, who looks to drive inside. Spin, and gets it to Benaventure, who again looking to get inside to Semyonova. Gets to Erickson. She takes a wide with 3. That's up and short, and rebounded by Sisselman. McQuillan now gets the ball. 13 seconds left in the quarter, so they'll get the last shot. McQuillan, setting up a play, gets to Fandre. Fandre, looking inside, drives, ghost lip, is up, and it is good! 2 seconds left. Benaventure, he's up a prayer, that is up, and that is no good, and the Mallows take a 3-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. After 3 defensive miscues, Lehigh comes right back and now takes a 3-point lead heading in the fourth quarter. 57-54 Mount Hawks. As Mark Zumhoff would say, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, coming in for a landing. You don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the fourth quarter between these two between these two Patriot League teams. I'm sorry, between Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the Boston Terriers. And again, quite the entertaining third quarter, back and forth all the way. And it's been pretty much that way the entire game. Whenever one team's fallen behind, they fought back. And again, these are the kind of games you live for. And I was expecting that coming in today's game, and it's been exactly that. System inbound for the Mountain Hawks here. The Bucknell transfer gives it to the Fordham transfer, Colin McQuillan. She takes it across the key, gets to Fandre. Fandre drives inside, takes a layup, it is up and it is no good, and it's going to go to Mingo for the rebound. Mingo gets it to Benaventure. Benaventure at top of the key now, gives it to Mingo. Mingo gets a screen from Erickson. Ball goes to Erickson, and she will give it to Semyonova. Gets to Monteagudo. Screen from Semyonova. She drives inside and is blocked by O'Brien. And she will take it for the Mountain Hawks. Gives it to McQuillan. McQuillan gets it all the way to Sisselman in the corner. Sisselman, pump fakes, trying to get inside to O'Brien. Now it does. O'Brien kicks out to Fandre. Fandre gets it to McQuillan. Inside to O'Brien is tipped in. Who's it going to be off of? It's going to be off of Lehigh. I'll go to Boston. That's the third time they tried to go inside today to O'Brien, and it's either overthrown or hasn't been handled. Regardless, Boston gets the ball now. And it's to be stolen by Stemmer, and she's got no one in front of her for the layup. She will take it, and she misses it. Oh, man. Wide open layup there, and she is not able to finish, and that's going to be a not top 10 Sports Center highlight there. Benaventure throws it across court to Monteagudo, and also announcer sports stinks, I would say. Mingo gets it to Monteagudo, and she will throw it to the top of the key, and Erickson. Mingo gets it. Mingo crossover, looking inside, tries layup, and she is fouled. And she'll get 2 shots to the line.
31, Colleen McQuillan, her second team's first of this fourth quarter.
And Mingo, she'll get 2 shots from the free throw line. She is 0 for 2 so far today from the stripe.
Line for Boston, number 3, Kelsey Mingo. Shooting 2.
Mingo, that free throw is up, and that is no good, and she's 0 for 3 now. She's been great from this. She's been great from beyond the arc today, but from the free throw line, she hasn't been able to connect. That free throw, next free throw, that's up, and that is good this time, and she gets her first free throw of the day to go. Fandre gets it to Stemmer. And she will be tripped, but no foul being called. Pass thrown away by Sisselman, and now go to Giovannos for 3. That's up, and that's good. And Lehigh, and the game's all tied, but actually no, Boston takes the lead. 58-57 Terriers now. Fandre with it now. Sisselman gives it to Stemmer. Stemmer gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien gets to Fandre. Sisselman with it now. She'll take a 3. That is up, and that is good. Lehigh gets the lead right back. 60-58. Benaventure. Benaventure gets it to Giannaros. Mingo in the corner now, and it's going to be tipped off of Lehigh, but it'll stay with the Terriers. And now Lovett will check in for the Mountain Hawks, and she'll check in for Stemmer. Mingo gets to Benaventure. Benaventure. Mingo now goes inside and is tipped, but Boston retains it, and Erickson misses the mid-range jumper and is rebounded by Sisselman. Sisselman pushing it now. tries to cross her on Beneventure and has her on skates a little bit, but has to kick it out to McQuillan. McQuillan takes a long three, and that's no good and rebounded by Boston. Questionable shot selection there from her. And it looks like that Boston's going to burn a timeout again. That'll be their second of the day that they burned. And this will be, I believe, a media timeout. Yeah, media timeout for ESPN Plus, and 6:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. And again, really exciting game. Lehigh up 60-58. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 60-58 Lehigh with 6:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Boston will inbound the ball. This will specifically be Kelsey Mingo. Gormley gets it to Erickson. Erickson looking, gets it back to Gormley just across the timeline. Ball goes to Mingo. Mingo gets to Gormley. Gormley. Giannaros. Gormley pump fakes. Takes a mid-range jumper. That is up, and that'll be short. And that'll be off on Erickson. It should be, I believe it's off on Erickson. No, yes, it is. It's going to be Lehigh ball. Lehigh ball. And Van Epps taking the ball up for the Mountain Hawks. Vandre. Van Epps gets it to Vandre, top of the key. Vandre inside to O'Brien. O'Brien spin, layup, good. Lehigh up by 4, 62-58. Gormley looking inside to Semionova. Can't find anyone. He'll have to kick out to Erickson. Erickson gets to Mingo now. Mingo drives in, tries to lay up, that is up and no good. Rebounded by O'Brien, who takes it up for the Mountain Hawks. Gives it to Vandre. Vandre gives it to Lovett. McQuillan inside to Vandre, who loses it and stolen by Giavaros. Ball goes to Mingo. Mingo to Gormley in the corner. Gormley Looks to drive inside, tries to layup. That is up and no good. Rebound by Semyonova. She'll turn around, try the mid-range jumper. That's up and that's no good. And that'll be a foul on McQuillan. And that'll be that'll be the Mountain Hawks' second foul of the fourth quarter.
Number 31, Colleen McQuillan. Her third, team second. Lehigh substitution number 2, Remy Sisselman.
Sisselman, she will check back in for the Mountain Hawks, who's had a very good day so far. Ball goes into Gormley. Gormley looking inside, can't find anyone, gets it to Giannaros. Gets a screen from Erickson. Giannaros drives inside on Levette. Takes the jumper, and that is up and no good. But it's going to be off of, who's it going to be off of? It's going to be off of Lehigh. Will stay with Boston. Gormley inbound it for the Terriers. Looking inside, gets to Giannaros. Giannaros drives, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be an offensive foul. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Alex Giannaros, and that'll be Boston's first foul of the fourth quarter. And McQuillan will give it to Fandre. Fandre trying to push it, gives it to McQuillan. Gets it back to Fandre. Now they're across the timeline. McQuillan gives it to Levette. Levette back to McQuillan at the top of the key. Gets to Sisselman. Sisselman drives inside. Goes to layup. Is up, and it is no good. And it'll be rebounded by Levette. Poked back out by someone underneath. Can't tell who. Gives to O'Brien. O'Brien has advantage on Giavaros. McQuillan, she'll drive inside, kick it out to Levette. Levette, and she will walk. Picked up her pivot foot too quickly, and Boston will get the ball back.
Substitution number 14, Kaylee
Van Epps checks back in for McQuillan. And it'll be inbounded to Gormley. Gormley takes it across the timeline. And let's see. It's going to be. It'll go to Erickson. Erickson. And it's going to be thrown away. And that's going. No, it's going to stay with Boston. I didn't see anyone tip that. I didn't see anyone tip that, but the referees did. It'll stay with Boston. No iron for the Mountain Hawks, so I guess it did. And Levette will check out, and Stemmer will check back in. Boston looking to inbound it, and Erickson, she'll get it. And she'll go to Semyonova. Mingo gets to Erickson. Erickson back to Gormley. Gormley, she'll take a three. That is up, and that is no good. It'll go over the backboard, so it'll be a Lehigh basketball. A good defense there for the Mountain Hawks. 3:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Mountain Hawks up 62-58. Van Epps has the ball. Gives it to Fandre. Fandre gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien will throw it away, and it was tipped, actually. It was tipped. I didn't think anyone tipped that, but I was wrong again. Fandre has it now. Stemmer looking inside. Goes inside again to O'Brien, and who's that going to be? It's going to be stolen by Semyonova. And Mingo pump fakes. Semyonova top the key. Giannaros. She looks to drive inside again, almost loses the ball. Was lost for a second. Gormley in the corner. Looking, drives inside, and that should be a palming violation, but the referees don't call it a foul on Lehigh now. And that's gonna be 2 shots to the line for Gormley, and McQuillan. She'll check back in. And she'll check in for Van Epps. Very surprised there wasn't a palming violation on Gormley there. Unless the ball was tipped, which I didn't see, which could very well be the case. But regardless, it's 2 free throws to the line for Gormley. Her first free throw, that's up, and that is good. Gets the friendly roll. Amisu was discussing with the referee there, and I think that must be what it said. Second free throw, that's up, and that's good too. Now a 2-point lead for the Mountain Hawks. Stemmer looking, gets it to, and it's stolen by Mingo, and she'll try to layup. Is up, and it is no good. And who's gonna be rebounded by? It's gonna be rebounded by Gormley. Wow, a bad pass by the Mountain Hawks, and Boston now with a chance to tie it back up or take the lead. And no, Giovanno, she walked. She made the three, but she walked right before that, and the Mountain Hawks with the ball back, and a costly mistake there by Giannaros, who's had a spectacular day. Currently leading the Terriers with 17 points. Ball goes to McQuillan. McQuillan gives it to Fandre. Fandre looking, gives it to McQuillan, goes for the layup, spin, kick out, Stemmer, three, up and no good. Rebound by O'Brien though. Kicks it out to Fandre. McQuillan gives it to Lovett, to Sisselman. Sisselman, Euro step, layup, good! 64-60 Lehigh now. 2:07 left to go. Gormley takes it up and looks like, yes, Boston takes a timeout. And Lehigh with a 4-point lead with 2:03 left to go, and this will be a full timeout. I believe this is also a media timeout as well. So we'll be right back. 2:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. 64-60 Mountain Hawks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. 64-60 Mountain Hawks in a back-and-forth game between these two teams with a lot on the line here in today's game. Now, Boston will inbound it. They burn their third timeout, so they only have one left. Lehigh currently has 3. In the quarter, Lehigh has 3 team fouls and compared to Boston's 1. And Giannaros will inbound it to Gormley. Gormley looking for someone on the inside. Gives it to Mingo. Mingo back to Gormley at the top of the key. Mingo. And Gormley at the back of the key. She's driving inside, take the layup, and she gets a tough layup over Stemmer. And now it's 64-62 Lehigh. O'Brien gets it, and Lehigh's got and she almost threw it away, and no, a timeout's going to be taken by Lehigh. Good timeout used there by Addie Masira. Is O'Brien was stuck in a rock and a hard place, and we'll see what Lehigh decides to draw up here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So Lehigh will inbound the ball. I'm curious to see if she makes any substitutions here or if she rolls the lineup she has out there right now. Regardless, though, that was a big layup there by Gormley, a tough one over Stemmer as well. That was not easy, and it cuts the deficit to 2 now for them. Again, a very entertaining game so far. Sisselman will inbound it for the Mountain Hawks. She'll inbound it to McQuillan. McQuillan takes it across the timeline, gives it to Fandre. Fandre looking, decides to drive inside. She is fouled, and that's before the basket, so it'll be on the floor. That'll be Boston's second foul of the quarter, and that's gonna be on Erickson. And that's the third foul for her personal foul, and the team's second. Ball goes into O'Brien. Inside to Sisselman. Sisselman tries to layup, is up and no good, and rebounded by Giannaros, and Boston now have the chance to tie or take the lead. She gives it to Semyonova. Ball goes to Mingo. Mingo gives it to Erickson. Erickson gives it to Gormley. Gormley. Again, looking inside. She goes to Erickson now. Semyonova. She gives to Giannaros. Giannaros takes a Marion jumper. That is up, and that is no good. And we rebounded by Erickson. And Boston, and she's in a hard place right now, but she's able to get out to Mingo. Erickson. Oh, and I think she walked there. Yes, she did. That's a big miscue there for Erickson. Lehigh gets the ball back now with 45.9 left to go. So Boston, they do not need a foul here. And let's see, Lehigh, are they using timeout? Yes, they are. There'll be a 30-second timeout for Lehigh there. And let's see what Addie Monsieur draws up here this time. So that'll be Lehigh's. They will use their third timeout this game actually, and now they only have one left. But I would say it's a good spot to use it there. Gives you time to draw up a play and sell your team down, because if Lehigh gets a bucket here, it's a 2-possession game. Again, this is a very important game for both teams. So, and both teams they really need this game. That's the bottom line. So, well, System inbounded again for the Mountain Hawks, who's had a fantastic day. Who's had a fantastic day for them. 12 points. See who it's going to be. It'll be inbounded to McQuillan. Giannaro's guarding her, and let's see what they draw up here. McQuillan looks like waiting for more time to run out. McQuillan, Giannaro's on her, gets to Fandre. Fandre drives inside, kicks it out to O'Brien. Stemmer drives inside, kicks out to Sisselman. Sisselman takes a three, is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Benaventure, and Boston will burn their final timeout. 16.3 left to go in the game. And now Boston and Semyonova looks like she's hobbling a little bit as she walks off the court. Boston, that's a 30-second timeout for them. And it'll be, and that's Boston's last time out of this game, unless it goes into overtime. And the rule is that, let me pull up my rules here. And if there's a game in overtime, each team receives an additional 30-second timeout. So, again, that's the last time out of the game before unless it gets into overtime. Now, if you're Lehigh here, I would say guard the three heavily. If you give the two, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. If you're Boston, take the best shot you can. And that was a big defensive possession for them. Giannaros will inbound it for the Terriers. Gets to Gormley. Gormley gets to Erickson. She's fouled. And that'll be Lehigh's last foul to give. Fandre got a little too aggressive there. That's an over the reach. That'll be a reach and foul, and that's gonna be her second of the game and Lehigh's fourth of the quarter. 12.9 left to go. Giannaros gets to Gormley. Gormley, and looks 2 players trip. Semyonova looking, gets to Giannaros. Giannaros, 3 seconds left. She'll take a layup. It is up and it is no good, and the Mountain Hawks are gonna win it. And let's see what's going on here. The officials are discussing something, and Addie Monsieur uses a timeout. Wow, she uses her final timeout there, and that could have ended the game. But let's see. So the officials will go to the scorers table to review the play and determine how many seconds should be left on the clock. But that might have been interesting. That's an interesting time to use a timeout there. Clock ran out, and look, I guess Monsieur must have called a timeout right before the game clock expired. So we'll see how many seconds they put on the clock here. I imagine it'd be between 0 and 1. Let's see. So my guess is between 0 and 1 seconds. So if you're the Mountain Hawks, the situation I believe is here. Just get the ball in no matter what. And let's see. So it will be. It'll be 0.8 seconds left on the clock. So, again, pretty much as long as you get the ball in and Lehigh gets it, you're gonna win the game at that point because Boston does not have any timeouts left and they have to tip it up, and I don't think anyone's able to throw the ball to get down the court that long. System will inbound it again for the Mountain Hawks, and they're 28 seconds away from grabbing the number 4 seed from the Terriers. Sisselman gets into Stemmer. Stemmer gets the ball, and let's see. They're gonna call the foul, and there's gonna be, my guess, 0.2 seconds. It's gonna be like 2 or 3 seconds, 2 or 3/10 of a second wound off the clock, and this is the part of the game where some people really don't like it because there's too many reviews. And I understand that, but you have to get the call right. So I believe there was a foul call before the game clock expired. So again, the officials are going back to the scores table to determine the amount of time that should be left on it. Now Boston, they have no timeouts left. So no matter what, they're gonna have to inbound it. And let's see. Still no word yet. Quick review, and let's see. Again, the scorers table have not put their remaining time left on the clock. And Boston actually they're gonna have to inbound the ball again because that's only Boston's 3rd foul of the quarter. So that's the spot where you're at a disadvantage. Where now you're at a disadvantage if you're the Terriers. So that's gonna burn more time off the clock, and it's 0.5 now. 0.5 seconds left on the clock now in the 4th quarter, and looks like Boston's gonna make a substitution now. It'll be Monteagudo in for Mingo. So let's see. System will inbound it. Throws it to Fandre. Fandre gets it, and that'll do it. Lehigh wins 64-62. What a game! What a win for the Mountain Hawks as they move into 4th place now in the Patriot League. And Boston drops to 5th. Lehigh moves to 5-5 in the Patriot League. Boston drops to 5-5. Lehigh moves to 5-5 in the Patriot League. Boston drops to 5-5. And the Mountain Hawks now lead the all-time series against Boston University 12-11. A lot at stake for the Mountain Hawks today, and they got the job done. Despite the injury to Matty Albrecht, the team stepped up and they're able to get the W today. And a big part of which is due to Remy Sesselman, who had a fantastic game today. Remy, she came off the bench today for the Mountain Hawks, and on National Women's and Sports Day, it's very fitting that Lehigh Mountain Hawks get the W here today at Stabler Arena. Very great win for them, and a stay win for the Mountain Hawks. And again, I think a lot of that has been due to the play of Remy Sisselman, who got 23 minutes today and 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, got 3 rebounds, and got a total of 12 points, which is 2nd highest in the Mountain Hawks. And Stemmer led the Mountain Hawks in points scored today with 13. Great win for the Mountain Hawks today, and now they own the tiebreaker over Boston, and that'll do it for us today from Lehigh Sports Broadcasting Club. Our next broadcast will be on Wednesday, where we will be broadcasting the men's basketball game against Army, where Nick, Jaden, and Sam will bring you that game. that'll also be a very exciting game. As Eddie Mysterio and a fan are talking in the background here, a very lighthearted conversation, very good, and both of the individuals very good spirits after a nail-biting win over Boston today. And again, next game will be Wednesday against Army. And again, that'll do it from us today here at the Lehigh Sports Broadcasting Club. Al Geskin. I myself hope you guys enjoyed today's broadcast. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, everyone, and stay safe.